All right, friends, it's T, and I'm back with a quick video on a recap on JasonBlaha strength and fitness optimal protein intake for bodybuilding. Well, here we go again with the gym slave, gonna give us advice about optimal protein intake for bodybuilding. Wow, the power lifter is giving advice about bodybuilding. He's not a bodybuilder, or does he become a bodybuilder? I think JasonBlaha is in love with bodybuilding now. He's got the hots for bodybuilding.
Hey everybody, it's JasonBlaha here, and I thought I would sit
Gay for pay in the house.
down and do a coffee chat for you guys. Let me get another sip of my coffee.
Coffee chat? Man, coffee is the most sprayed bean in the world. Glyphosates, pesticides, herbicides, and fungicides. And plus, the bean itself is very toxic. This is a toxic bean soup, bro. We're talking poison. You're literally poisoning yourself. That's what you're doing. You're just like, hey, I'm going to poison myself every day. Why the hell would you poison yourself? That's crazy.
Alright, let's talk a little bit about protein intake. And again, because I say things like this, people will say, oh, this is a flip-flop, but it's not a flip-flop because both points hold value. And these are both points I have supported over the last couple of years.
Well, I'm about to dispel that whole point, and I'm going to use some proof too.
What is our optimal protein intake for gaining muscle according
What is your optimal protein intake for gaining? Oh, I love this one. For gaining muscle. For gaining muscle. Okay.
to the research? And then are there ever other benefits in cases where we might want to dramatically increase that protein, right? And I've discussed some metabolic benefits to extreme protein overfeeding, okay?
Oh, metabolic effects. Okay. Overfeeding. Yes. Okay.
Largely when it comes to losing body fat, okay? So we need to be clear here. Protein overfeeding is more about losing body fat than it is gaining muscle.
It's more about losing body fat than gaining muscle? No, I don't think so, Blaha. It says here, and you can even check at NCBI at the bottom here, nutrition and muscle protein synthesis, a descriptive review. This is a piece at the top here. They put it on the top every time when you're looking for information. It says resistance exercise, nutrition, protein synthesis. If muscle is going to gain any mass, protein synthesis must exceed protein breakdown. While it may be common view resistance training is a powerful stimulus for protein synthesis, it is also important to recognize that it is a signal for breakdown as well. That's right. Yeah, man. So that protein synthesis needs to exceed breakdown if you're going to ever gain any mass on that muscle, even to see mass.
Muscle because the data does not show that it increases muscle growth at all. So we need to be clear when we make this statement. So when we're talking about maximizing the gaining of muscle tissue,
What the hell is he talking about? I just proved what I just said. Let's go back a bit. All right.
show that it increases muscle growth at all. So we need to be clear when we make this statement. Overfeeding is more about losing body fat than it is gaining muscle because the data does not show that it increases muscle growth at all.
So it doesn't show that it increases muscle growth at all when protein overfeeding. Well, it says if muscle is going to gain any mass, protein synthesis must exceed that breakdown. So, your coach, it's kind of like, what is this exactly? What is he trying to do? Sabotage your training? Like, seriously, it sounds like in every video I keep correcting him. And it sounds like what he's trying to do is he's so jealous of you people out there that he wants to sabotage you. He wants to sabotage your training so you don't succeed, so you're all failures. And all the minions that are writing on his channel, they're all failures. Look at all these people that are writing. These are failures on here, look. All these people, they're failures. Failure, loser, failure. I don't write on his channel because he's a loser.
The data does not show that it increases muscle growth at all.
Well, that's funny because the data shows right there, and it's NCBI right there, nutrition and muscle protein synthesis. It's right there. What are you talking about? The data shows exactly that.
The data does not show that it increases muscle growth at all. So we need to be clear when we make this statement. So when we're talking about maximizing the gaining of muscle
The overwhelming data shows exactly what it shows, and it's even instinctual. You already know that you need to eat a hell of a lot of protein to build that mass. In other words, you need to be in a positive nitrogen balance. You need to be in an anabolic growth state. You need to shut off the catabolic hormone to grow mass on muscle. Yeah. And it has an MND size limit. So you need more of these muscle cells, hyperplasia, so that you can continue growth. If you don't do any hyperplasia work, then you won't continue hypertrophying. You understand me? You'll be like Blaha, making up stuff because he's never built a muscle in his entire life. Because all his training is garbage. All his training is based on androgen receptor training. It's based on concentric training, which is androgen receptor, and sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, getting these little puffy muscles. These puffy sarcoplasmic muscles, these artificial muscles. It's not based on the superior training like eccentric training, and it's not based on myofibrillar growth, any of his training. And he's a chronic lifter, so it's endurance. He's not periodically lifting, which is associated with building real muscle, myofibrillar growth. And you get bigger, better, stronger, and faster. It is associated with speed and strength and muscle size. So, yeah, nothing that he does is actually real. It's all artificial stuff, because he takes the easy way, the easy path, the easy way out. You know, he's